everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and guess what? I'm so glad that you're here because tonight we're talking about the big blue line of the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, things have changed. We knew that it was going to be quite, like I had said in previous videos before free agency, I think that we need to buckle in because this team is going to be vastly different than what we're used to in Vancouver this year, right? And so a lot of people are saying, we're worse. Some people are saying things like we're better, well, or more like we're better this year at the beginning of the season than we were last year, and that is a true statement. The problem is we're probably not as good. Well, not probably. We're not as good at the moment as we were walking into the playoffs. And that's because we had the big additions of Lindholm and Zadorov, and we get it. So this team is looking different, but let's dive into what the team's looking like. Let's dive into all the things that are happening. But this blue line is something to start to get excited about because one of the reasons why we love Zadorov is because of his size. But, man, we got some size on the blue line again, everyone. It's like we need to be a team that is tough to play against. And Alvin and Rutherford, even though they couldn't sign Zadorov, they were able to bring size. So first of all, they brought back Tyler Myers, and then they also added two big, tall defensemen for the 5 and 6 spots. So let's dive into that, shall we, for a few minutes. I got a bunch of stuff. I got some graphics that I want to show you. I want to dive into your comments. But let me just share a few minutes about this blue line, and then we're going to get into it. So let's start. Well, and I want to start by asking you this big question. How are you feeling about our second and third pairing lines for the Canucks D this season? I should say the Canucks D lines. Right? For the Canucks this season. Let's keep it that way. Okay, so that's the big question. Please post it in the comments how you're feeling about it on that second and third pairing. Obviously, we are excited to have Hronek back with Hughes. I mean, I know it's a big contract with Hronek, but he's the puck-moving defenseman, okay? Now, look at this. So this is not the big blue, okay? This is not the big blue. This is the skilled blue. Skilled blue, top line, top pairing defenseman. They're gonna log a ton of minutes, everyone. So Hughes is smaller, 5'10", 181. You know, that's like a lot of the forwards out there. That's the size they are. And then Hronek, 6 feet, 187 pounds. So not too much bigger than Hughes. They are smaller guys, but I feel like Hronek plays bigger. But fact is, they're two smaller guys compared to the beasts that we have on the back end, okay? So I wanted to show you quickly, again, the Susie Myers line. We know that 6'5", everyone, 210 pounds. Susie's on the left-handed shot defenseman. The right-handed shot defenseman is Tyler Myers, who we brought back, 6'8", 224 pounds. Now, this is the new one. This is the new piece to it. Forbert, the left-handed shot defenseman, 6'4", 207 pounds. And Desharnais is 6'6", 216 pounds. These guys are some pretty big boys. 6'4" is your smallest on those last two things. And we'll get into Juleson as well. But I want to dive into these. And how are you feeling about our second and third line pairing defensemen? Just a reminder, everyone, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe yet, please do. I love making Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest. So smash the like and subscribe, and then follow me on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page. I've got a Twitter handle. I've got a Instagram. I've got YouTube. If you just search Kempner Canucks, you will find me on all those platforms. So please find me there. It's another way that you can DM me, stay in contact. So yeah, it's super fun. And I guess I should show everyone, hey, as I throw my phone, oh my goodness, I hope I didn't crack it. No, I didn't crack it. I'll try to bring up this video There's a picture of us today, Rob, and sorry everyone, I forgot to upload this. I want to show you. This is awesome. Once I get it up and running, I'll show it to you. Okay, let's dive in to the content, everyone. And it is saying that it's downloading right now. Where is it? Downloads. Yeah, so we had a little reunion today with some of our greatest friends and followers in Nanaimo, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'll try to bring that up here in a second, and then we'll get into it. So first of all, let's dive into the conversation, then we'll get into that. So again, the key is to be tough to play against, right? That is the key. We do not want to be easy for our opponents. And we know a lot about Susie. We know a lot more about Tyler Myers. We've got these guys locked up for numbers of years here. So we're kind of good with those kind of things. Are they tough to play against? I think Susie is. I think Myers can be. He's got the long reach. He's not. Everyone keeps thinking because he's tall, he's going to be like Chara. He's not, but he's good in his own way. Okay. But the big concerns about this bottom four or the second and third pairing defense is that they're not puck moving defensemen. And that's an interesting statement that people make, and they may or may not be true. I know we're going to dive into some stats. I want to show you some of the strengths and weaknesses that these players have. Okay. What people don't consider enough, and you're starting to hear it now on the YouTube channels, on the social media, is that is the coaching factor. It's the coaching factor. You know that Zadorov had a ton of criticisms before he played in Vancouver. I remember people saying, man, I hope it works out for you with Zadorov. He turns the puck over so much. And you know what? Last year, I'm being serious when I say this. You know that I have had a love affair of trying to bring him back to the team. But I thought he had maybe 2 bad games all season with us. And he played 54 games plus 13 in the playoffs. The amount of things that people thought that he was bad is because, he always turned the puck over. He was always in the penalty box. He didn't make good, smart plays. But, in Vancouver, I feel like he played his best hockey. Think about Tyler Myers, okay? Comes in, signs the huge contract, and he has 6 years. And I'm being serious when I say that. He probably had 5 or 4.5 bad ones in a row. And then Tocchet, Adam Foote show up. And guess who has their best season and a half is when Tocchet and Adam Foote show up. Gonchar show up, everyone. I don't think it's by accident that Zadorov and Myers had great seasons with the Vancouver Canucks. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I actually think it's because of our coaching. Now, every team has coaching. And I'm not saying that other teams have terrible coaching. What I'm saying, everyone, is I think that we don't talk about how much this works out. We want to talk about Ian Clark with developing goaltenders. Can we talk about our defense? That every team that played us continually says, wow, they were tough to play against. Those defensemen were really tough to play against, right? Why don't we talk about that narrative more? And here's the thing, is like, did we do that? And so, Myers was known as the guy who turned the puck over. I'm going to show you some of his giveaway stats, okay? But I'll just talk about him right now. His giveaway stats were very high, okay, in his career. In Winnipeg, there was a season where he gave away the puck 77 times. That's super high. The only time was worse, and it was way worse, was in his rookie season with Buffalo. He gave away the puck 93 times. But in the last 3 seasons, okay, Tyler's giveaway totals were 56, 48, and under Rick Tocchet and Adam Foote, only 33. He went from 56 to 33. Guys, girls, I think that's amazing. Another thing that's super important to this team is that they need to be healthy. I hope that they, like, Susie missed significant time last year, right? I hope that this team, I know it's a high risk game. It's high contact. It's a really tough league to play in. It's the fastest game on earth, everyone. But here's the thing. Injuries happen. They matter. That's why you need depth. That's why I think having Juleson is just such a blessing. That's why having Freeman can jump in and play some minutes and games as well. I'm thankful for that. Okay. But it just seems to me that a lot of people, so we talked a little bit about Susie. I mean, he didn't play a ton of games for us last year, but when he did, he was effective. When he did, we were winning games. And so we have him again. But let's talk about Desharnais. And, if you watched his 12-minute interview, you're going to fall in love with this guy. Humble, grateful, thankful, pumped to be in Vancouver. And did you know that they offered him the contract, they asked if Tocchet and Foote could call him, and after an hour after they sent him the thing, and he said, "Sure, let's do that." And they phoned him. He had not signed the contract, and they both wanted to talk about the mentality, the scheme, and what could work with them. Okay, how he could be the right fit. And so right away, the fact that they took time to call and introduce themselves to have a conversation with both coaches, he said, like, I really appreciate that. And he felt how professional the coaching staff was. And then he said in that interview, I've heard nothing but good things about Adam Foote and how detailed he is as a coach and how the D-corps improved. Then he said, we saw how hard it was to play against the Canucks D-men last year. I'm very excited to get started with Adam and the coaching staff. They are very structured and very detailed. It's going to help me to get better. And at the end of the day, I'm coming to Vancouver to win. The amount of times he says, I came to Vancouver because I want to win a cup. I want to win. It was amazing. And I don't think it was just the cliche thing to say. Here's some weird side stats about Desharnais. Did you know that he has fought Dakota Joshua and Niels Höglander? I mean, there's some bad blood there. I know it's all part of the game. It's all part of being, but man, there's some crazy stuff. He got really upset with both of those players. I mean, they're probably happy that he's on the team now. He don't have to deal with them. Nothing like good chemistry, right? He's even cheap shot at Anthony Beauvillier with a cross check to the face. Like, he's got a mean streak to him, So, and he's got some bad blood with the Canucks, and now he's on our team. Back to his interview, everyone. He said that he stated that he wanted to sign in Vancouver because he wants to win a cup. He said, I was so close last season, and I want to get a chance again, and the Canucks will be good again for the next 4 to 5 years at least, and I want to be on a team like that, a team that's got a chance to win the Stanley Cup. So the reporter, I believe it was, let me just see, was it Noah Stang? I can't remember which I can't remember which report it was, asked, why are you so grateful to be in the game? It's like you don't have a bad day. And he said this, and this is what I think people fell in love with his interview. It says, if you look at the odds, he said, I shouldn't be here. I don't take one day for granted in this league. It's so hard to make it. It's so hard to stay. I try to learn to be grateful for every day, stay in the present moment, and not look forward too much. Man, people are getting so pumped. We love Zadorov because of his interviews, right? We love Zadorov because he was absolutely stellar in his play. And so now let's talk quickly about Forsberg. And to be honest, I don't know a ton about him. and we're going to get into some of his stats. But so I've been asking my friends who are Bruins fans, tell me about him. Like, how was he? What line did he play on? What was he like? And you don't have to. I wasn't looking for the candy coated. Yeah, you're going to really love him, or I mean, he's pretty good. My friend was like, he's okay. He's okay. He did the small things all right. He wasn't special. He didn't do anything special. He had a couple of good games, and I believe he was on that third line. And, so I'm not sure. So let's dive into the stats, everyone, and then I'm going to get into your comments and questions. Looking forward to connecting with you tonight, okay? So let's look at these big blue line players, and I think you're going to really love these banners. Okay. Let's go to this one first. Okay. So if you look at Myers, okay, and this is just from last season because it's going to be with Tocchet, okay, and I think this is important. This list is important. It's the major pieces, but there's some things there I want you to show, okay? So 77 games, scored 5 goals, 24 assists. By the way, if you just look at the goals of all our defensemen, including Juleson, they are not going to score. This is the problem. We need scoring up front. I think we need another winger personally that can score. I just don't know how they're going to pull it off. A lot of people say that we need another top two, like second pairing defenseman. I don't know how we're going to find one. I'm not sure, but maybe Alvin and Rutherford can do that. But if we're going with this, if this is what our defensemen are going to look like for this season, you've got Myers in 77 games. He had 5 goals, 24 assists, 29 points. He had 77 penalty minutes, but he had 110 block shots, 136 hits, and he was on the ice. This is average total on the ice is 18 minutes and 50. So 19 minutes. Let's say he played for 19 minutes, and that was significantly less, and his numbers are significantly better. So we know his size. We see the giveaways, everyone. 33. And we just talked about he went from 56 to 48 to 33. That's why he got a 3-year contract extension. He's played it. So he's 34 years old. That I think, is that correct? I should just clarify that. I'm sure he's 34. Yeah, I checked it today. So we'll just make sure I'm not wrong there. Tyler Myers. Okay. He is, how old is he? Where is he? It doesn't even say. All righty. So I think he's 34 years old, if memory serves me correctly. And he is, I mean, those are pretty good stats. I really, really like to see him look that way, to play this way. I think he's going to have at least another 2 good years for Vancouver. And yeah, so he was born in 1990. So yeah. Okay. So 3 years, $3 million. Some people are like, it's 1 year too long. Okay, that's fine. We got him at the money we were hoping for. Now let's look at Susie. He only played 40 games. He played half the season, everyone. He had 2 goals. So let's just double everything. Let's just say he doubles everything, right? So he will get 4 goals, 8 assists, 12. So he doesn't get a lot of points, right? He only had 12 penalty minutes. If you increase that by double, it's 24. That's nothing. He would have 120, 128, block shots. He would have 130 hits. He's in that range of 17 and a half minutes. But look at his giveaways, just up there. So him and Myers, very similar numbers. They'd be 28, but he's got making 3.35 over the next 2 years, and he's 29 years old. If you go to Forbort, again, 35 games, so half, no goals, couple, 4 assists. So let's just say he'll get 8 points next if he played a full season. His penalty minutes is still low. He's got the exact same guys blocks and hits in half of a season. Probably just a little bit better. Yeah, it is a little bit better than Susie, playing the same amount of minutes. Only had 11 giveaways, so now we just say it's 22. And he's 32 years old, and he's making $1.5 million for 1 year. He's on a trial. We're going to find out if he's any good. But look at Desharnais, 78 games, okay? 11 points, only 1 goal, only 54 penalty minutes, everyone. That's amazing. 122 blocks, 135 hits. These guys are all basically all the same. That's what you're going to, on all 4 guys, you're going to get hitting, you're going to get block shots, you're going to get, and then he didn't play a ton of minutes in Edmonton. He also was a healthy scratch for a number. I think he played 4 out of 6 against Dallas. He played, I think he even played, maybe he played 4 out of 7. I can't remember how many he played in the finals as well. I mean, he was a pest against us Vancouver Canucks, and he's only making $2 million. And I mean, they committed to him for 2 years. But look, he's 6'7", 228 pounds. Like, this guy's a monster. And then look at Juleson. And I'm a huge fan of Juleson. Okay? 54 games. So 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points, 22 penalty minutes. That's it, everyone. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. 85. Look at this, guys. In 54 games, he had 164 hits. We know that Juleson can hit. Didn't put in a ton of minutes, but played when he needed to. 54 games, that's nothing to laugh about, everyone. I mean, Susie couldn't. He played 14 games more than Susie. Look at the giveaways for Desharnais, though. 42. That's in Edmonton. That's Edmonton with not many minutes. So that is an issue. But I think with Tocchet and Foot, it comes down this year. But look at Juleson, only 17. Only 17, everyone. I mean, these guys are similar, and he's only making $775,000, but he's 6'2", 200 pounds, 27 years old. I'm a huge Juleson fan. Okay, now before I get into the comments, I know we got 90 comments. We got 83 people here. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. I want to show you one last thing. Now, I just want to include all of our guys, plus Zadorov's numbers and Dylan's, okay? Now, Zadorov's a left-handed shot defenseman, played the exact same amount of games as Juleson did. He had doubled the points. He had 102 penalty minutes. Now, part of those were fights that he got into, and that's okay. But he had some major minutes in penalties compared to everyone else. So if you think, as much as I love Zadorov, and I think he's great, okay? I really do. I'm going to miss him a lot. But if we stay out of the box a little bit more, we're going to be okay. Now, maybe someone else steps into that role. Maybe someone gets more penalty minutes. I'm not sure. Maybe it's Desharnais. I don't know. It's probably not going to be him. But if you look at Zadorov's numbers, only 49 block shots in 54 games. Look how many more Juleson did. Look how many more hits Juleson had than Zadorov. I didn't include Zadorov's Calgary stuff because he didn't play for Foot and Tocchet there. This is the Tocchet Foot effect, everyone. Okay, 124 hits. It looks like we would think he would have more than that, right? 17 minutes of ice time, 20 giveaways. That's it. That's all he had, man. He played lights out for Vancouver that way, and he's making now 5.6 million. No, sorry, 5 million times 6 seasons. He's 29 years old. He's going to be 35 years old when that contract ends. Let's talk about Dylan, who's now with the New Jersey Devils, who played in Winnipeg last year. 77 games, 8 goals, 12 assists. That would have been nice to have. 20 points, 8 goals. That would have been great. He said he wanted to come to Vancouver. He didn't come, right? 92 penalty minutes, 111 block shots. Look at 241. I think he was in the top. Was he top 10? No, he was top 15 in hits in the NHL last year. Dakota Joshua was 10th, right? And missed significant time as injured too. I shouldn't say significant. Good time missing as well. 18 and almost 19 minutes of play, 28 giveaways. Big boy, 33 years old, has a 3-year contract of $4 million. So when you look at these, doesn't it look like it's like maybe we're going to be better than we think? Maybe I think everyone should stop saying how awful we are and how we got worse. Like maybe we got better on the blue line. We used our money better. I don't know. Or would have you been happy? I mean, my answer, I wish we had Zadorov, okay? Because I just love him. I love his interviews. I love his hitting. I love his intimidation. But he's gone, and I got to get over it, okay? And I am over it, kind of. But, and then some of you just got to get over the Dylan factor. I mean, it would have been great to have Dylan, but I don't want to pay a 33-year-old guy $4 million for 3 years. I would rather the contracts. Look at the smart contracts we have, everyone. Those are smart contracts. Okay. So there is some excitement for this big blue line that I'm very, very, very excited about. I'll keep this. Actually, I won't keep that there. I'll get into your comments now. So let's go to very first comment. By the way, Del, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I also need to add that other picture, right, guys? That other picture. Let's go to desktop downloads. Okay. Oh, I've got to change the. I've got to change it later. It's not working for me. Sorry, Rob and Shannon. Okay, so Dell says, let's hope Talkett Foot coaching comma convert Desharnais into a solid defender as they did for. That's exactly what this whole video is about. That's great. Yes, he was a healthy scratch on some playoff games, and he was a 6th, 7th defenseman on a relatively inept Oiler. I mean, you think they're inept? I don't think they're inept. You got Ekholm, you've got Bouchard, and then I know that nobody likes Nurse, but listen, you don't like him because he's $9 million player who doesn't play. He's basically the Tyler Myers syndrome. He's overpaid and he doesn't produce as much, but I don't think he's terrible. I think this team had some good defenders. Like, look at how many shots they stopped as forwards and as defense against us. Like, I think we need to give them a little bit more credit. So he said today he's never not being the tallest on a hockey team before. He wants to stand side by side with Myers to confirm size doesn't always matter. Grogu. By the way, Grogu's down here. He's growing though. He's growing. Good to see you, Jeevan. Good to see you, Carol. Welcome. By the way, Carol's I was talking about you today with Coach Rob Willie and Shannon, and I got your cell number off them, so I'll be texting you later tonight or this week. So just heads up. Culture of all, thank you for always letting me know. Okay. Oh, yes. Rob's always letting you know about everything that's going on with here. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Let's hope Desharnais has a chip on his shoulder and pounds the Oilers next season. Looking forward to it. Me too. Let's see. Hey, Lyndon, good to see you. Is Japan 4 in here? Oh, nice. Japan 4 is in the building. Callum is in the building. Good to have you here. I would rather watch that. Oh, yeah. I haven't even seen that. I have not even watched that Star Wars episodes because I keep hearing how awful it is. But let me know in the comments if it's really that bad. I haven't watched any of them. Let's go, Carol. Good to see you. So glad that you're here. Been praying for you. Magnesium, more diving than the Oilers. Who? The Canucks? Really? Coach Rob Willie is nervous. Well, I hope you're less nervous after tonight's video. Hey, I never seen any of your takes. I figured Hronek was getting 7 to 8. I know you didn't like the 8 million idea. Wesley, I really like that we got him for 7.25. That's a way better deal. I was so against the 8. So I'm still nervous about Hronek long term, but I am thankful for that contract, and he plays great with Petey and I think not Petey, sorry, Hughes, and I think that's a good combo. I think that's a good combo. I did talk about that already, so I'm just getting into these comments now here. Yeah, you missed nothing. Okay. First pairing is great. Second pairing is good. Not sure about the third pairing. Can't you say that about most teams, though, Jeevan? Like, if we're honest. Let's see how DPD pans out. That's another guy. I think he's going to be playing up as well. Yeah, they're gonna blossom under these guys. I'm telling you guys right now. So Desharnais. Hey, Desharnais. I got to remember that. Desharnais. Okay. How close do you think Willander is? Canucks could use another fast. I think he's going to come next season. I think he's coming next season. Yes, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, just Foot alone is going to be. In fact, Foot might turn into a head coach. Guys, I don't know. Maybe not. But he's that good. Yeah, forward is the wild card, Dell. You're right. And there's not a lot on him because he didn't have a great season didn't play a lot of games last year. How big was last year's D compared to this year's D? Well, so okay, right, the right pairing defenseman was Cole on the end, and then it was Zadorov. So Cole was smaller, right? Cole was much smaller than what we have now. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly Zarfi Bear. That is exactly what we're talking about, right? Like this is they believe they wanted him on this team. That's why they gave him a call. Come on, you need to sign here. We need you. We're going to make you better. You're going to fit in our system. Trust me, you're the kind of guy that we're looking for. And they start telling that I'm just impressed. So if they're that excited, I want to start getting excited. By the way, can I just this is something I forgot to mention. All my Oiler fans are mad that they got rid of him. Desharnais, right? Desharnais. I think that's how you say it. With team defense being a thing, these big trees aren't going to be exposed as pylons. Yep, I agree. With signing of Denton Heinen, we get a really good deal for 2-year plus, and being from Langley, he adds more depth, correct? Yeah, these guys want to play good for their hometowns, man. Their friends and family can come watch them play. Yeah, that's the big difference, right? That's why I wanted Zadorov over Myers, but Myers was the right-handed shot defenseman. Did I not spell that right? Please let me know. Thanks for watching, Kempner Canucks. Oh, thanks, Personalized. Yeah, if you want passionate, realistic, honest Canuck, please hit the like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone, for the support. Thank you, Personalized, for being a mod in the channel. Yeah. Jurke Lume was the cough up king, and then he's one of the greatest. Murray, good to have you back from New Zealand. Awesome to have you here. Kevin says that the depth this D group has. You like the depth that the D group has? Yeah. Shannon is in the building. Let's see. It's our D coaches who our D coaches were in the past. I know, man. There's a difference here. Desharnais will easily replace Zadorov. Easily. Well, he's a right-handed shot defenseman first and foremost. So, but we'll see. Chris, funny enough, I'm subscribed with notifications and I still don't get your notifications. I don't get that at all. Chris, just plan at 9:30 every night that I'm going live. Just plan for that, okay? You can also follow me on, if you have Facebook, follow me on Kempner Canucks on the Facebook page, and there's a notification for that as well, my friend. So that's good. Also on Twitter too, but I don't think the Twitter one comes up. It might, I'm not sure. Murray says, wish they would give useful videos of the prospects on ice. Yeah, that'd be nice. Coaching was generally great, Dell said. However, they couldn't get Petey going. That's true. And Kuzmenko, yeah. Not going to give them a total free pass. But I think defensively, the defenseman, that's what Foot plays, is defense. Tocchet needs to be, working with the forwards that way, in my opinion. Yeah, next time, man. I got a message, and I had a couple hours to work something out with them. But yeah, it was great. It was really great to see them today. Really great. I got to put that picture up. What I have to do is change it to a JPEG. That's the problem. It won't let me put it up. JPEG. And it's going to say use it. Yep. Let's use it as a JPEG. Now let's bring it up. You're gonna see where I brought them today, bro. Where are we? Right here. I gotta bring this up. This is so great. Reunion, Nanaimo. Let's go. Yeah, it's coming up. So here we are, Chris. Here we are. Ready? Once it loads, come on. It's loaded. Oh, it's not gonna do this. It's not working, people. I'll make it ready for the next one. I'll send you a picture of it, Chris. I've got you on. Oh, wait a minute. We do connect on Facebook, so I'm not sure why it doesn't come up on there for you. Kevin, the coaching staff is the key. They turned Myers into a legit D-man. They acquired depth while keeping their size. Don't forget that we still have a young I love Juleson. I love him, man. Good comment. Oh, he did. You did know that we went to Westwood Lake. Nice. Dell, too bad you weren't there. The thing is, you can't coach a player your style you want, but you cannot coach a guy to be 6'8" or 6'10". And when it comes to the playoffs with those big bodies, forwards tend to flinch. Listen, Quinn Hughes didn't like playing against Sherwood. So what did we do? We went and signed Sherwood. I mean, Desharnais is a guy that the Canucks didn't like playing against. I mean, not that he was the greatest, but he was physicality sucked, right? We don't like playing against. Now he's on our team. It's great. Yeah, he's keen to learn, man. He is keen to learn, and he knows how we were. He was like, and he was just wanting to play. So Vancouver's like, we want you here. Yeah, that was such a cool part of the interview. Maybe is the 12-minute one. I think it was. He talked about he came and played in Chilliwack. He had an opportunity to play in Chilliwack, Nanaimo, or somewhere else. Where was the other one? Penticton. And he picked Chilliwack over them all, which is wild because Penticton is known as the mecca of BCHL, Junior A. That's what they're known as. And he didn't go with them. He didn't come to. I wish he would have come to Nanaimo. Listen, I could have watched him play in Nanaimo, everyone. But no, he played Chilliwack. That was awesome. No, there's no one that's 6'10". He's just trying to say we have really tall guys on our team. That's what he's saying. Maybe try Hughes and Myers. Oh, Jeevan, I'm glad you brought this up because honestly, you cannot do this. We've tried this in the past. Myers cannot play. He cannot play top line minutes. He gets worse. You got to play him in the range that he was last year. And I'm telling you right now, we've seen it time and time again. You can't have him there. So maybe Desharnais would be there. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do there. That's why a lot of the media says that we need another right-handed shot defense. And that's why a lot of people want us to get Chris Tanev, right? Be interesting. Yeah, hopefully it can help out the Lions in terms of puck movement. That's true. Signing Kiefer is to compensate for Big C's physicality. Yeah, that's true. But the only thing is that he's a forward, not a defenseman, right? That's what Sherwood is. But yes, I mean, we can still have Joshua. We now have Sherwood. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. Man, I wish he'd come to Nanaimo. Hey, Chris, that would have been awesome to go to those games. Jack Adams, winner, and Footer call you. You are probably going to listen. Yeah, exactly, man. You remember him playing for playing against the Clippers? Wow, that's cool. Yeah, it's going to be good to watch. I agree. Dingbat's in the building. Our defense is so big, we won't be missing Z at all. I hope so. I hope you're right. Yeah, Zdeno Chara, tallest NHL in recent memory ever, 6'9". I don't know. There might have been someone a little taller, but I'm not sure. Not that tall and that could hit that much. I mean, Chara is one of the greatest in my opinion. Desharnais totally grew on me after that interview. You know, a lot of people are talking about that. Nice. Okay, you'll be back soon. Okay, Mike Komisarek of player development has a game plan for the defense this training camp, having them focus on transition and skating improvement, especially when doing so backwards. See what happens. Man, I am pumped. I am pumped. Good night, Callum. Callum, I'm so thankful that you were here. Yeah, I enjoyed meeting you at the meetup this last year. Be interesting to see what the Leafs do, right? They are over the cap. I know. Are they going to trade Marner? I'd be shocked if they did. Yeah, he has hugest heart. He's kind. He's grateful. He's got the biggest teams here. Yeah, that's why Oilers fans are upset. Yeah, man. Z was the real deal. Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe everyone says that he was a third pairing defenseman. He wasn't in Vancouver in the playoffs. He was second pairing defenseman, in my opinion. He was great. Oh, real deal Evander Holyfield. Forbort went after Höglander bad in his rookie season. That was the bubble year. Then McEwen gave him a run for his money. That's right, Chris. Good point. Knobloch benched him due to glaring turnovers. Yep. No, you're right, Del. But I think that the Tocchet foot combo is going to help him. I think he's going to become a fan favorite here. I'm telling you that right now. Sorry, going back to your comment one more time. I shouldn't move on so far in the comments, but here's the thing. They gave him a 2-year contract. It's not a 1 year. It's not a Forbort contract where it's 1 year. It's like, we'll see how you do. It's literally a 2-year. They're like, we believe in you. We want you to stay. We want you to develop. Boykos buyout, Columbus, perfect right shot D. Oh, man, that would be great. Did that happen, Angelo? I love the detail and dedication you put into this channel. You are a daily watcher. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Thanks. I mean, to be honest, I put too much time into this. But yeah, I get real like those. I hope those stats really helped because I think we criticize people so quickly, and then you look at those stats and go, "Wow, you know what? They're actually quite similar, and they're going to be tough to play against." So. Yeah, I don't know what the buyout's gonna. Well, the buyout for them is going to cost them, but it doesn't matter. We can sign them for free. We can sign them for free. Novak benched him for his inability to skate, not the turnovers. He couldn't not get back in the defensive zone in time, exposing his goaltender too often. Yeah, didn't like no shot. Okay, yes. Good point. Quinn is going to feel like he's walking amongst trees. Well, no kidding. They totally need to take a picture of the D together. They do. All of our new acquisitions will slot into our pre-existing structure. I thought you were going to bed, by the way. And we'll be less exposed and we'll be flourishing, playing team defense, offense. Just watch. I'm starting to get a little bit more excited. Everyone falls in love with certain players. That's me. But when in reality, it's our system that makes these players good. Watch Zadorov suck next. I don't think he's sucking next season. I think Boston has a good system too. So, yeah, they are all talk type guys. So that fits. That's an important piece that I didn't mention. Yeah, it's funny to see it now as teammates. I don't think anything wrong of it. It's more fun to see. Okay, yeah. Quinn standing next to the rest of the D would be like Kempner standing next to Grogu. What? Yeah. Well, I'm large and in charge, people. Just saying. He's definitely has to love. Doesn't he has to love? He's on the same team as Hogs. Got to find someone else. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Great. Now he's going to bed finally. God bless you too. Please note that 42 giveaways, Desharnais had the majority of them before the All-Star break. This was in time. The Oilers were second last in the league. It's important to know. By the way, Personalized, can you do me a favor? Do you know where to find the primary passing stats of a season for each player? I would love to. I've been looking for that. I can't find it. I often use hockeyreference.com, and maybe it's on there and I just can't see it. If you could you help me to find that? I would really, really appreciate it. Or if anyone else in the stream could do that, I'd appreciate it. I want to know what the primary assist stats look like. Chris says Juleson doesn't want to scrap. He's never been a fighter. That's why he plays clean and doesn't get excited in scrums. He's a smart player. Well, and Chris, you have to remember, he was a first-round pick. First-round picks are not fighters. They're like, we're skilled. And so he hasn't panned out to the first-round capability, but I personally would love to have him as our number 6 defenseman. But Desharnais being on the team, I'm excited that it's going to be him or Juleson. Yeah, definitely an important stat. Thanks again, Personalized, for sharing it. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, yeah. It gives you a breakdown. Yeah, no, dude. Thank you for sending me this. Personalized. It gives me a breakdown, but I don't know where. We're gonna have to go through that together somewhere. Yeah, Gonchar too. I don't give him enough credit, honestly. But they always talk about Tocchet and Foot. They rarely talk about Gonchar, which is interesting. By the way, let's go back to here for a second. How are the Canucks so mid at power play when you had Gonchar and the Sedin twins there? You know what I mean? They should be one of the best power play teams in the league. I don't get it. Okay, Zadorov wanted to go to Boston years ago. Okay, yeah, I mean, he seemed really excited. I think if Vancouver had matched the money, but I heard rumors that he got offered the exact same amount. So Juleson does chase big hits over defense sometimes. You're right, PC Gamer Dad. It's true. It's true, but I just don't love the hits. Yeah, exactly. Gives good context. Personalized brings some lots of fire to the channel, guys. I appreciate him. Well, they all get paid in U.S. funds, don't they? I think. I'm pretty sure. So how you doing? I think they all get paid in U.S. funds. Zadorov signed basically the same contract as Myers did 5 years ago, except $1 million less and 1 year longer. Yeah, I know. I would rather give that 6 times 6 to Zadorov over Myers. Imagine that. But I mean, he wasn't great the last 4 years either, guys. Got to remember that. Yeah, he is a work in progress for sure. Yeah, he wanted to play out some more money, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with what he did. You know, like Vancouver didn't pay up, so it's okay. Joshua was first until he got hurt. That's right, in hits, right? So the Benning terrors are over. Yeah. In your graphic, no Hughes or Hronek. No, because I'm talking about they're not big, Lyndon. And this whole video is actually about the second and the third pairing. So that's why there's no Hughes and Hronek, because they're not the big blue line. They're the skilled, fast guys. They're the difference makers. But when it comes to the back end of the 3, 4, 5, 6 spots on the D, and number 7, I love the size. That's why I call it the big blue line. The only winning move so far in the postseason is trading away Mikheyev. Yep. Everything is just whatever. You know what, Ryan? It's hard to say, right? Like there's been times where I've felt that exact same thing. But I don't know these players good enough. I know Susie and Myers, and I'm happy about them. But I think we should wait before we say that it's not going to work, or it's just mid, or whatever. Let's see what happens. Exactly. You won't know until the start of the season. Management is good at making smart contracts. For the list you provided, Meyer, Susie, Forbert, Desharnais, Juleson, these are all D-men that are not on the top line nor power plays, so the numbers are very outstanding. Hits and blocks, nice. Cool. So, Trevor, we could have kept Zadorov, but then we would not have got DeBrusk. No, actually, that's not true. That's not true, because what we were talking about is we couldn't afford Gensel and Zadorov, but when we went after DeBrusk, we actually were able to afford him. What I think happened, well, I'll talk about it I'm doing a Zadorov video sometime this week, okay? And I'll talk about what I think happened there. I could be wrong about the order of things, but I think we could have kept Zadorov and DeBrusk, no problem. It's just that we probably wouldn't have got some of these other small end players, you know? The big D-men want to come here because they saw what they did with Myers. Yep, that's true. That's true. Dingbat says Myers was a Calder Cup winner. Don't forget that. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy to think about. How was that even possible when he had 93 turnovers in his rookie year? That's wild. Why don't they show the prospects ice training? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's it. That's a good question. Maybe it's just too much pressure. You know, they want to really work on guys. Yeah, we talked about this already. I don't think they're inept. Nurse was minus 16 in the playoffs. Desharnais stats tanked when he was paired with Nurse. Okay, well, maybe Nurse is garbage. I mean, I shouldn't say garbage. Below average, you know. Not sure. Big guys with no wheels. Yep, that's true. It's true. That's a concern for sure. Vancouver is just way too cynical with 82, 94, 2011. Yeah, this city is due for a cup. Come on now. I appreciate you being here and saying that. Chris says no nurses like Louis Erickson. Just joking. He finally showed up for like 6 total games in all of the playoffs. Well, they almost won it. Desharnais was rarely paired with Nurse. CC was. He was cool. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Greetings from San Diego. Golf Doggy, nice to have you. Starting to get warm down here. Oh, yeah. It's getting warm here, so down there would be even worse, man. And if golf's in your name, you'd be golfing and it'd be hot, man. It's hot. When it's hot and golfing, it's crazy. Disney doesn't know how to cast villains. I know, which is wild, right? I don't know. I'm not afraid to watch it. I guess I shouldn't say afraid. I am nervous to watch it because I don't want to be disappointed like everyone else sounds like they are. You can see the prospects on ice training on Canucks TV. You can. You also get some YouTube posts as fans get to watch the scrimmage game. Oh, I didn't know that. Ironically, the Oilers beefed up on their offense with UFA acquisitions. They should have upgraded their D and goaltending. Dell, you're not wrong. I keep hearing that we got bigger, faster, stronger. Let's see what happens. Japan Ford, that's a good comment. I don't think we got faster. Like, what do you mean on offense? Like on our forward groups, maybe, but our defense, I don't think we got faster. We might have got slower. Forbert and Desharnais, I don't think they are the fastest guys. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. Oilers goaltending was not the issue. That's true. Skinner played a lot better. He was great, especially in games 4, 5, and 6. In 4, 5, 6, and 7, he was really good. We need Foot, man. He's a stud. Yeah. Okay. he should be given credit as well. Okay, sounds good. We did get bigger on the back end for sure. Angelo says we got slower, more mistakes on the back end. We'll see. We'll see. Everyone said that about Zadorov. So, and look at the improvement, guys. Myers, I showed you the stats. 56 turnovers, 48, 33. 33 was with Tocchet and the coaching staff. Guys, that's what we're talking about. That's the improvement. I'm expecting that to happen. Desharnais, Oilers mad? Yeah, I think they are because he has huge heart. But if they were like you, passionate, realistic, and honest, they would realize Vinny can't cut it in Edmonton. Well, he's coming to a better city, just saying. So the Kempner Canucks that is on the shelf behind you is flashing. Is that flashing or is that from you? No, that is flashing. That is flashing. This is what Monty bought me. Or not bought me, made me. Isn't that cool? What a gift. That's great. It is flashing. Does it bother you, Shannon? Is it annoying? I usually just have it as one color, but tonight I wanted it different colors. He doesn't win 16 straight. Yeah, I know. He's not that great, and then he played great. He played really good in the playoffs, in my opinion. Did anyone see the interview with Louis DeBrusque about his son coming? I did. That was hilarious. I like that, Carol. Yeah, yours come during Facebook. I don't know why the ones on YouTube don't. Maybe go on YouTube and ask that question. Why isn't my notifications coming up? Hughes is shrinking. Listen, Grogu is here. Why do you guys complain about him all the time? Greatest all-time Canucks D-man, in my opinion. Hey, go check out my video from last summer. I did a top 10 list of the greatest Canucks defense of all time. Also did a forwards one. I did a goalies one. I'm doing more this summer. But guys, girls, check that out, especially you. Hughes is my number one, and I know he's still playing. I just think there's nobody that's ever been better than him. And that was before this season where he had 92 points and he won the Norris. So he's still my number one. He doesn't know what hockey is personalized. Michael Jordan doesn't know. No. Yeah. MJ, there's really a team. Yeah, okay. No. It's Hughes. But that's just my opinion. You can have there. Worst decor so far? Wow. He loved the fact that his son was going to Vancouver, but he also had to talk about Edmonton because he's a TV analyst for Edmonton. Well, also DeBrusque is from Edmonton, right? So but Edmonton tried to get him and he went to Vancouver instead. So I don't think they offered him the money and the term. It was kind of like the Zadorov thing, but reversed. So we got DeBrusque, but we lost Zadorov because we didn't want to do that. The one I love the most is Bieksa. I mean, Bieksa is in my top 10 for sure, but he's not number one for me. Hughes and Hronek pairing is great. Susie and Myers pairing is good. Forbert and Desharnais pairing is not really good. Well, we're going to find out. Okay. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of the third pairing, but it is what it is. I think a lot of teams can say that. They spent all their money on everything else. Monday, July 2nd from last year, forwards, defense, and goalies all time. In fact, I believe I have a playlist on YouTube. Let me just check. I'm going to go to my playlists. Do I have a top 10? Yep, I do. Everyone. So let's get a shareable link. Okay, I'm posting it in here right now. I don't know if this is going to help anyone. Oh, he's probably already done that. You're so good at that personalized. I love it. You're on it. Glad they locked in Joshua and Bluger. Me too, man. I love those signings. I like the Bluger one a little bit more because of the price, but I don't mind having Joshua back at all. I love Chris Taylor. However, they priced him way too much money for long term. Chris Tanev, you meant to say, yeah. Yeah, I mean, 34 years old, 6-year contract, 4.5 million. It's too rich for me. He's not even going to play that many years. Yeah, I mean, he's not a great fighter though. Personalized, if you go and watch all his fights, he's actually not a great fighter at all. But yeah, yeah, interesting. Eh? First woman behind the NHL bench. So Jessica Campbell. That's what's cracking. Okay, you're gonna show that to me later. Okay, I mean, there's so many comments tonight. There's 122 people in here, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're at an hour. Oh my goodness. I have so many comments to get through. Jarrett, good to see you. So glad you're here. I'm getting to you way late. I'm trying to go through all these things. I want to answer this question though. Do you think Jet Wu is going to get a chance to win this year in the NHL lineup? Again, chance. I get a chance not to win. Chance. No, I do not think so. I do not think that Jet Wu is an NHL caliber defenseman. I think he's an AHL caliber defenseman. He's going to play in Abbotsford. It's going to be a lot of injuries before you even see Jet Wu come and play for the Canucks. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong on that. They've talked about separating them. I just don't think it's a good idea. Oh, hey, thank you so much for gifting a membership. What a blessing. Give them hype, everyone in the chat. Our team definitely can be a work in progress, but that's not a bad thing. You're right. It doesn't have to be the perfect team from October. Looking forward to see what works. And we're going to find out who works and who doesn't. J-Dub, who do you think were the best and worst signings league in regards to term and money? I actually talked about it in my Jake DeBrusk video. So it's actually last night's video. Can you just go there and check what the overpays are? There's a number of overpays that I think you'll like. And so the worst one, I've got it here in my notes. It's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, I deleted it last night, didn't I? No, wait a minute. No, here it is. Okay, I am going to say, I think Bertuzzi, 5.5 million times 4 years wasn't a great one in my opinion. It was okay. The 10 of 1 scratches my head. For a 34-year-old player to get 6, even though I love Tanev, what are the other ones? I didn't mind the Marchessault one. I didn't mind Stamkos one. Gensel's fine. There's some that I did not like, and I can't remember which ones they are. Toffoli, guys, 6 million times 3 years. That one to me is an overpay. That's the one I don't like the most. We just have to let the season play it. I know. And we're going to see it. You're right. Maybe our defense is good. We went into lines last night for sure. That was fun. But you have DeBrusk, Pedersen, Garland, Joshua, Miller, Besser, Heinen, Sutter, Hoaglander, Polkos, and Bluger, Sherwood. I like those lines. They're good. Paycheck, and he said they get bi-weekly. Nice. Linden hype. Let's go. But it's Major. Major gets the hype too. We wouldn't have had the depth of keeping both. We would have to stay the same without adding any depth players. Yep, it's true. It would have been harder, dude. But they were going to do it with Gensel and Zadorov. They offered Zadorov. They offered him a contract before they were trying to get Gensel. So just saying. But you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's nice to have some cap space for sure. They could be in the finals next year. Yeah. And I'm glad you like the acquisitions. Yeah. Kyle, good to see you, my friend. I think this is a new D group. This new D group. Okay, but yes, I'm glad you think they're great. Let me just read your rest of it. They can really thrive under our D coaches, and I think we'll be tough to play against. Got more grit this year. Okay, I agree with that. The only thing is what's new about this D core. The third line pairing. That's all that's new. We literally have everyone back except for Cole and Zadorov. We literally have Juleson still here. We signed Freeman, and it's the same. So it's interesting. It's interesting, dude. You're loving these. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Okay, I gotta get going here and into these comments. I'm so far behind. You guys have been awesome tonight. There's so many comments, but we're at an hour and 6. Like how 6 minutes? An hour and 6 minutes. For the benefit of your streaming channel, MJ has nothing to do with hockey. Please put Grogu has nothing to do with hockey either. Guys, I love Michael Jordan. He's my favorite basketball player. Look at these guys have nothing to do with hockey either. 2 Mandalorians and the robot dude, don't even know his name. The bounty hunters, right? Grogu. If I just did only hockey, isn't that kind of boring? I don't know. Oh, Chris is even. YouTube notifications do not come up if you subscribe to more than one channel that may be posting at the same time. Just a guess. I don't know. Oh, you love the Canucks light. Yeah, my friend Monty made it. It's custom. It's custom. So if I get another one, I'll give it to you. By the way, can I show you what my friend bought me? I think I've already showed you guys this one. I got this one too. It's hard to see. How do you see? Can you see that okay? Pretty cool, eh? So, but it doesn't have a long cord, so I can't get it on the shelf. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I gotta unplug this. I put my my USB or my charging cord there, so I can't have them both in there. Yeah, maybe I'm not on YouTube's radar. Maybe they hate me already. No, I'm joking. Oh, you always get the Facebook ones. Okay, sounds good. Yes, that's right, Viper. Good point. I forgot to mention that. They are good penalty killers. Okay, guys, I am so far behind. So let's go. Trevor, what are the chances you see BX as the next head coach of Vancouver? Possible. I just think you're right, after Talkit, but that's going to be a long time. It's possible. Is Nate Smith going to Abbotsford? Yep, that's what I hear. Yeah, Monty is one of our mods as well. He is great. Best guy you'll ever meet. Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to get into that actually this week or next week, Jimmy, so stay tuned. I don't have time tonight to dive into that, but he's got potential for sure. He's got potential. So it's been happening to Mr. the channel as well. People aren't receiving notifications or being unsubscribed for some reason. Don't know what's going on with YouTube. Interesting. Simon, good to see you. Hey, Trev, what was your opinion with the general opinion of the NHL for free agency with the whole league, all the teams? That was a lot of money. It was a lot of money, man. I mean, cap went up and they spent it, so it was exciting. I loved it. It was hard to watch as a Vancouver Canucks fan because a lot of the big names that we were hoping to get never came here. That was tough, but it was an exciting couple days. Hey, Neil, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Good to see you, my friend. Been a long time since we've seen each other in person. Think Letter will make it. Letter Gramacki. I think that there's a good chance, Dave, that he he's on the starting roster. I don't know if out of training camp. I think he plays significant games this year, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. So you know what, Dell? I agree. Okay. You would love Shannon. You would love Monty. He's really, really a spectacular person. The only problem is he lives about 10 hours from us, and that might be even being too. It might be even longer than that. Yeah, yeah. Pug Coulson, I'm not sure. Trouble getting YouTube notifications? Check mobile phone settings app. Make sure you've selected to get the notifications from the YouTube app. Open Android settings app, tap apps and notifications. I've got iPhone, but yes. So thank you so much, Personalized, for doing that. You're on next level. This might be the best night I've ever had with you here, man. Yeah. What do I think about the NHL schedule? I've only looked at some of the Canucks stuff. I love how many Saturday night games we've gotten. But obviously people are really upset about the Grey Cup happening and then the Canucks on the same night game. I agree that's a major fail. I think they need to change it. Oh, you get on both? Oh, that's interesting. Same here. Okay, that's cool. Canadian Thanksgiving? Yes. Canucks are going 1-0, baby. They're playing Calgary. Yeah, there's lots of times to make changes. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jeevan. I like it. Oh, Dell, you're right. The Stevenson one was the worst contract addition by the Kraken. Hands down, worst one. You are right. Ding, 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 ding. You win the prize, whatever the prize is. You get nothing, absolutely nothing. Ever seen that movie, UHF? Anyways, yeah, that was the worst contract for sure. Nothing came close. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, I'm at the end. Finally, I'm at the end, everyone. Record breaking 2.1 billion spent this year. Hello, Reverend Trevor. How much do you think we will pay Brock Besser next year? It all depends, Brian, on how well he plays this year. If he scores 50, then it's going to be a lot of money. But if it's not going to be as much as you think. But I think he also wants to stay in Vancouver. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he leaves. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. You should bring Grogu to Canucks games so he can use the Force so the puck ends in the back of the. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I'm like, I use this hand, I'm like, Shannon, don't stay up too late on the computer tonight. Yes, I told Shannon today when we met her and Coach Rob Willie that last night I was up past midnight, and my wife's like, "How late did you stay up last night?" And I'm like, I was past midnight. She's like, "What were you doing?" And I said, I did my stream, and then I was making graphics for this week. So I've already got things planned for this week, and so yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of work, everyone. People don't understand. It's a lot of work, a lot of hours. So yeah. Would so love to come one day and be live on the stream. I've always wanted to be live. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you've been live with Clay before, so talking and answering questions. You've done that, so you're famous, Shannon. Okay, let's get going here. Simon, it's good to have you here. Big year for Brock. I hope you're right. Hey, Trev. So, what is one of your favorite teams that you want to see in Vancouver this year within the schedule, and why? I want to watch Connor Bedard play. I have not seen him live. I so badly want to see him play. So Chicago is on my radar. But I just like watching good teams. So last year I was very blessed. I went to 3 games. And some of you are like, that's not being blessed. For me, that's huge. I don't get to that many games. That's the most I think I've ever been to in one season in my life. I mean, living on Vancouver Island is a little bit more difficult. But this year I went to see Tampa Bay, Colorado, and then I was at the playoff game, Game 5 against Edmonton Oilers, and we won with JT Miller scored with 30 seconds left. I loved all 3 of the games I went to. So, yeah, I mean, there's lots of games I'd love to see, but if you gave me one and I knew Bedard wasn't going to be hurt, it would be that. Or I want to see Pittsburgh with Crosby. I've never seen him play before. That's something that I'd like to do, even though he's older. That would be great. But I'd be happy in lots of games. Detroit. I just don't want to watch Calgary games. I could care less. I wouldn't mind going to see Boston, I guess. I've seen lots of Toronto, Vancouver games. Don't need to see that again. I don't know. I feel like Brock has only lived up to his current contract. Hard to justify paying him more than he makes now. I mean, Joshua did that. Had a career year, and then went into his thing. Zadorov had career numbers with Vancouver, and anyways. Pedersen gets 105 points next year. Jeevan, I hope you're right. Yeah, imagine spending all that money on that ticket and he didn't show up. I would have sucked. Oh, yeah. Devils come to town. That'd be awesome. With Jack and Luke Hughes. Absolutely. The Hughes Bowl. Love it. Yeah, I know. I'm going to a Seahawks game this year, so I don't know what the finances are going to be like, but I'm going to see my Packers play in Seattle this year, December 15th, so that's going to be awesome. But yeah, I would love to go to a game. If you keep this up, you should be issued. I agree, Dell. I agree. It's just hard to get there, right? I saw Ovechkin play in Vancouver once. He also scored a sick one-timer on a 2-on-1. Oh, you guys are going to go every year? That's so cool. Good night, all. Thanks, Major, for the membership. That's cool. Yeah, you get great seats. Great seats. Besser has incredible chemistry with JT. I think it would be smart for the Nucks to keep him until 2030. That'd be cool. All right, everyone. It's been an hour and 18 minutes. I got to shut this down. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. You guys are troopers. You're amazing. And this week I've got a number of, we're going to be talking about Heinen coming up. Denton is going to be a topic of conversation. I've got a number of other things brewing as well. So hope that you really enjoyed tonight's stream. Hope that it was insightful and interesting. And if you're watching this later, please post a comment. I would love that. But please hit the like and subscribe, everyone. And of course, always, like I always say, like we always end the streams at, go Canucks, go.
Yeah.